Hi everyone! So once again, today we have another action figure to show and review. I will be opening it, showing to you the figure, and at the end, I'll try to grade it. So this is another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse action figure. This is the Azrael Batman armor. This is actually not a Bruce Wayne Batman, but actually, as per his codename, this is Azrael. He's more of a anti-hero in the comics. That's why most of the time he's an adversary of Batman. So let's start by showing you the box and the figure. This is the bottom of the box. If you need the barcode, so this is Azrael Batman armor. Batman Curse of the White Knight. This is Azrael as he's portrayed in the comics. And some of the DC Multiverse action figures by McFarlane Toys. Recently I've been buying McFarlane Toys because they are just, I think they're just a great toy line all in all. But yeah, let's see with this Azrael and open it. So this is actually bought way above SRP. I can no longer find this in retail. Not actually just way above, but it's definitely above SRP. So let's see if it's worth the hype. So let me slide it. And this is the figure. Let me show you the card and the base first. So each DC Multiverse figure comes with a card and a base. So this is the trading card that comes with the figure. As I've said before in my previous videos, this is actually bit thick. If you know the Spin Master quote-unquote trading cards that they have, those are really just like cardboard paper. But this one is pretty decent for a trading card. I'm pretty sure somehow there's a collector for this one. Now, this is the base, but if I open it, this will be just like this. It's a standard DC base for the DC Multiverse figure. Just one peg per foot. Start with accessories. So it comes with the sword. Azrael is a sin sword or salvation sword. So when you're hit by this one, it will basically remind you of every sin that you have, or your trauma in life, something like that. It's like a Ghost Rider's penance there, but this is in a sword form. So there's a crucifix there because he's part of a sacred order that quote-unquote delivers justice. The previous Azrael, I'm not sure if this came first, or the Azrael figure, not in Batman armor, has also a sword, and then there's a flame effect accessory that comes with it. If I'm not mistaken, the gold color is a bit different. This one is more like metallic gold. Right. Now let's open the. So I finally got him out of the clamshell. And this is the figure. So it's basically just black and gold. So it will all depend now on the details that we can get from this figure. So his eyes is actually painted red. Really like the face. Head articulation, there's up and down, not so much in side to side because he has this collar. But yeah, that's part of his design. Shoulder parts are movable. Butterfly joints. this double jointed or just single jointed, and then his arms and his claws. Look at that. It's actually painted quite well. Armor details. Claws. That looks good. Double jointed legs, knees. Toe articulation, foot articulation. His cape is quite nice. It's a bit, yeah, it's actually just the right thickness, and it's shaped well, right? It's really a decent cape sculpture. Decent cape sculpt. Now for the legs, let me try to make this figure stand. Seems to me is it just me, or is it like the right leg is shorter than the left? See here? A bit. If we just match the thighs. Or let's try to make this stand. So that's Azrael standing. I think, yeah, the left foot is a bit longer. Is it just me? Is it just my pose? But I can make him stand. Let me try him to hold the sword. So I'm actually having a hard time for him to hold this sword. I think the sword is a bit thick than how his hand is sculpted, right? Like if I force it, I might bend the claws or break it. I think this needs a bit of a heating. Then after that, it can loosen a bit, and hopefully we can fit this sword better. But I'm not doing this at this point. Let's try to appreciate the other details that this figure has. Toes, okay, you can twist, right? Not too much hunch. That's fine. The details even at the back. The gold painting's really nice. The blade. It's like the painting's perfect. Even the boots, right? You have ridges here. It's not just plain sculpt. So these are just black and gold, but the small details will definitely make this figure stand out if the gold isn't enough. The head rotation, not too much, but up and down is fine. The eyes are painted with bright red color. He really looks cool. He's definitely a badass. Spikes here. So this is Azrael with my other McFarlane Batman figures. I think he's taller. If you're not yet aware, the McFarlane DC Multiverse is a 7-inch scale action figure. I think among the three, he's a bit taller, which is actually fine because he is armored, right? So it's expected that he'll have a bit of a height gain 7.5 inches. So this figure has a nice sculpt. The armor details are there, even these pockets, even the utility belts, the blades as well, and the paint, it has been painted perfectly. I see no paint smudges in this figure. Imperfect paint smudges. It's really painted nicely. I'm just not sure about the leg length difference that I saw. I'm not sure if this is a quality control common issue for this figure. Let me know, or I'm just posting it the wrong way basically. Also too bad that I cannot make him hold the sword that easily without really forcing it. Probably we need to fix that later, or it needs a bit of a hitting so that we can loosen the grip and he can basically hold his sword easily. But the cool factor for this figure is really awesome. It's really through the roof. This is a really nice Batman armor to have as a 7-inch figure. Actually, I think this figure will also blend well in 6-inch figures, because actually armored figures are also expected to be quite taller than the regular figures, right? Because it makes sense they are armored. So yeah, if I will grade this figure, I'm grading this as an A-. It's an easy A- for this figure. This is really a cool figure to have in your collection. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.